Today, I'm going to share with you guys how you can find the perfect interest for your product using AI. You guys need to understand that if you're running ads, currently, one of the most important thing is choosing the correct interest in order to target the right audience. And that's what we are going to learn today. Look, right now, I have a screenshot of my dashboard on TripleWhale. So basically, this is the dashboard on Facebook, but it's TripleWhale. We have been using TripleWhale for a long time now. Why? Because the Facebook pixel doesn't fire up correctly. So we need to use a third-party application in order to read the metrics. So if you want to know more about TripleWhale, you're having headaches with, issues, tracking, whatever, go check the link down below under the description and you'll be able to access this amazing application that we use. But let's start diving into the real crunchy thing. So what is this product right here? It's very funny because I've made a video a few days ago that I've made about how to go from zero to $1,400 in sales in less than 4 days. And I took the screenshot of the same product in scaling because I want to speak about what went behind the selection of the interests. Because at the end of the day, as you can see, this interest right here is the only one that didn't work. But the one right here that I've selected and the one right here that I have selected, they both did work. But if I would have selected the wrong interest from the start, I would have made literally zero money. So how can you make sure to choose the correct interest for your product without testing 500 different interests and overspending your money? Well, the first thing that you need to be aware is that when it comes down to testing interest, you need to make it as simple as possible. The more complex it is, the more you're throwing a needle in literally a bag of 100 grain of rice. Let's say it that way. So you need to be very specific and not too complex when it comes down to your interest. So what did I have decided? Well, the first thing when I test a product, I try to ask myself a question. What is this product? And this product, as you can see, it is a coat. Since it is a coat, I told myself, okay, that's a coat, so I'm going to choose interest coat. Nothing too complicated there. People are trying to complicate things when in fact the easiest thing works the best. So if you're selling a pair of shoes, shoes. If you're selling a dress shirt, use dress shirt. If you're selling dresses, use dresses. Simple. Go right to the point. What about the second interest that I have selected? Well, after that I select and I ask myself, after that I have selected the first interest and I ask myself, well, what could be the next thing? I always try to picture my audience and see, okay, what will they wear? What will my audience wear on their face, on their head? What will they wear overall? Well, since it is a coat, I told myself, well, it's going to be something related to Canuck, Columbia, North Face. And I went with North Face for, is there any specific reason? Well, I thought that it was the most popular one. So I knew it would have been really good to select that one because it has been like it's the one that was the most popular and that matched the most the style of the product itself. So that's why I decided to do. So the first thing, what's the product? Okay, coat, simple. The second thing, picture yourself someone wearing it. What brand will they wear if they were to choose a product like that? That's the second thing. And the third thing is I always say where they will wear it or who will wear it. I always try to picture, let's say, a famous person or doing some activities outside. So I try to have a variety of interests, not too many, three interests is more than enough. And as you can see, I decided to use coat, the North Face, and outerwear. Outerwear didn't work. It only made one sale with a CPA of $81. If you truly want to know, the profit margin on this product is $100. So that's why the CPA is still high, but I'm still making a decent amount of money because the profit is great. So as you can see right here, I'm making a good amount of profit with this product, and the two interests that I have selected are working amazingly. Why? Here it says D3, here it says D1, here it says D3. Well, to simplify it is I started with those two interests and I decided to duplicate. So this is duplication 1, duplication 2, duplication 3. So I decided to duplicate it. And as you can see, those are the duplication that did work. And that's another thing for another video, but I wanted to specify so you guys could understand where I'm coming from. So, like I said, I selected what the product is. I selected, someone wearing it. And the third one is where you will wear it or who will wear it. And you just select an interest like that. So how big should be your interest? Normally, I go with an interest with 1 million plus. And I just don't go with overly broad interest or overly narrow interest. So what do I mean? If you have a product that the audience is 500 million, you could probably find something better that is smaller and more targeted towards the right audience. If not, then it's completely fine. But if yes, try to find the targeted version. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you select shirt or a dress shirt. Don't go and select shirt, select dress shirt. Shirt will have probably 300 million audience, but dress shirt will probably have 50 million. And that's what we're looking for. We're trying to find the best match for our money. And if I could have selected a more specified coat, I would have. If I could have specified a more specific brand, I would have. And that's what you need to think. Am I targeting the most specific audience? If yes, then you have nothing to worry about. You will get sales if people like your products. So how I was able to find North Face? Because obviously North Face is a very popular interest, but at the end of the day, even though it's popular, maybe some people don't know it. So how can you find it? And to be honest, it was not the first interest that went into my mind. So what I did is I went to ChatGPT, and this is where we are going to go now. Let's go. As you can see, we are on ChatGPT now. And I want to tell you what I have done in order to select North Face. So the first thing that I do is I always tell ChatGPT, let's say, a description about the product. So I'm going to make it very broad because obviously this product is being scaled currently, and I don't want any person to take the product. But if you're doing the same thing than me, then be a little bit more specific than what I'm about to say. So I am selling a coat for harsh winters. What are good brands that are selling good quality quote for winter? Okay, so I'm selling a coat for harsh. It doesn't need to be perfect. The sentence doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm selling coat, like I forget the a coat for harsh winters. What are good brands that are selling good coat for winter? We have Canada Goose, we have the North Face, we have Patagonia, we have Columbia. What would I do from there? What will I do is I will look into each one of those interests. Like the first thing that people say and do is they're like, oh, Canada Goose looks great. I'm going to take it. Boom. No, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to open a window which each one of those interests, and you want to look which one of those store represents the best your products. And what happened with me is that I found out that the product was a representative of the North Face. So I selected the North Face. But yours could be more Patagonia or Colombia. Colombia is more, I believe, a hiking brand, something that is like outdoor adventure. And mine, the product that I was selling, is more a coat that is, classy, like North Face, like stylish. And that's what I went with instead of something that is outside, climbing. Because a lot of people are going to do that. They're going to select the first interest that they see, but the interest doesn't match the products. Like you selected an interest that is a coat, okay, that sells coat. I understand, but their brand is around hiking and your brand is around luxury. So it doesn't match really what you're trying to do. So keep that in mind when you're selecting the interest. So what are the three things that I say in my mind in order to choose my top three interests? And I'm going to say it again to make sure you guys understand. The first thing is going to be what is the product. The second thing is what brands or what they would wear, what my audience would wear, and what brands are connected with it. And the third thing is where they will use it and how they will use it. So this way, I will be able to have three different interests that will tackle different angles of my product and at the same time, keeping the right audience. And that's what you need to do. So keep that in mind because interest targeting is not too complicated if you put the right time in order to find your audience. So yeah, guys, this is the video of today. If you have any question, please let me know down below and wish you all an amazing rest of your day. Take care and peace out.